I guess I'll start off with the obvious question. How excited are you for the beginning of the season?
Oh yeah, really excited. Just speaking off camera, talking about how long it's been. Yeah, no, it's really exciting. It feels like we've been here for a long period of time, and yeah, we're just looking forward to finally kicking things off. It's been a big chunk of work this preseason, but it's been good. It's been really fruitful, and we're excited to be back at home in front of our fans.
I guess after such an exciting season last season, you've got new players in. It really feels like you're going to be building on what you did last season. Does it feel like that at the club?
Yeah, definitely. I think that was definitely the conversations we were having as a team, as a club at the end of last season, that we wanted to continue to push forward and ultimately achieve our goals, which is pushing into the top four. And so, yeah, I think you can see that the club has backed that in terms of the transfer window. And yeah, we're looking forward to really getting all of our new players integrated and yeah, performing on the pitch.
And Aston Villa are a team who, I guess, a similar-ish journey, I suppose, and had a good end to their season. So it really feels like this could be a very tasty fixture to kick off your season.
Yeah, definitely. I think they had a mixed season but ended it really strongly. But at the end of the day, it's a new season, so we're all starting from the same point. And I think both teams are going to want to go out, put their best foot forward, and start the season as they mean to go on. So it should be a good battle, but we're looking forward to it, and we're up for it.
Hi, Maddie. Hi, Heather. Yeah, I was just going to ask. Obviously, last season it felt like you were sort of really coming into a rich vein of form before the unfortunate injury. What are your sort of aims or goals for this season? And also, sort of as an addition to that, we obviously noticed that you became quite prolific in pre-season. So, are you sort of looking forward to perhaps playing a more attacking role, getting in and around the 6-yard box a bit more often this season?
Well, I definitely hope to. Yeah, I think I had a strong second half of the season. Unfortunately, picked up the injury, which was really disappointing as I was coming into really good form. But yeah, successfully rehabbed. I feel really good. And yeah, looking forward to putting some good performances together, staying on the pitch as much as I can. And yeah, obviously popping up in those goal scoring positions, especially as a winger. Yeah, that's what I want to do, and that's what I need to do to help the team be successful. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing as an individual.
Perfect. That's it from me.
Richie?
Hi, Madison. Hope you're well. Just to kind of continue on that about your personal goals, have you set yourself maybe like a goals target? And do you think the sort of first couple of seasons that you had in the club can help you sort of kick on maybe this season?
Yeah, I actually haven't set an individual target for myself. I think the biggest thing for me is in attacking players to make sure that I'm contributing. So that's obviously in goals and assists and just in terms of chance creation, as well as doing the defensive duties I need to do. Maybe that's something I should actually spend a bit of time to think about specifics. But I think ultimately, if I'm playing at the level I want to play at, then I should be in those positions to be creating opportunities for myself and for my teammates to score. So yeah, I think yeah, it's been a successful kind of preseason period, and I feel good and ready for it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. And what's it like having Michelle Adjaman back as a teammate? And do you think that can maybe act as sort of good competition to maybe drive you on?
Yeah, it's funny when she arrived. It was a bit surreal. I was like, like, were you even gone? So yeah, no, we're really lucky to have her back. She's basically come straight back in and it's felt like she's lost no time at all. And obviously she's come off a really good Euros performance. So we're hoping that she can score more goals for us this season. And yeah, I mean, we're not directly competitors. We're playing different positions. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you want the best players. You want to play with the best players. You want to compete alongside the best players. And she's definitely a great talent. So I know she'll be pushing me. I'll be pushing her. And that's what we want as a team. And that's what we need if we want to ultimately achieve all of our goals.
Yes, sure. Hi, Dario. Another season. How excited are you to get started, I suppose? And I guess with it being your second season, you've managed to, reshuffle some players in, some players out. How is that kind of settling down now?
Yeah, look, I'm first and foremost, probably good morning to everyone. Welcome back to the new WSL season. So I'm sure not just myself, but everyone around the country and around the world are excited for this weekend, and I know it all starts tomorrow night. I think Friday, tomorrow night. I think this is always that most exciting week where it's a little bit of, anticipation, get to see what the teams look like and face, competition starts for real. So really, really excited, and we're feeling good. We've had a really good preseason, so we're having so far a good training week. So looking forward to getting back home and facing Aston Villa on the weekend.
And in terms of team news, how's everyone looking? Can we maybe expect any more from you? I think you kicked us off on deadline day. Is there anything else we can be expecting, or do we have to wait and see?
Look, probably same as me, just wait and see. So I think, we'll always be there until the end, I'm sure, as every other club to see, but we'll only be active if it's someone that can really help us. So when we won't bring in just anyone for the sake of it. So we'll see. We probably, it's always hard to say. You sometimes say you don't expect it, but you never really know on this crazy day that is deadline day.
Yeah, I think I remember it being pretty exciting for you guys last season as well. In terms of Aston Villa, you mentioned it there. They had a bit of a rough start to the season, but ended quite well. And I don't know, it feels a bit like yourselves in terms of a new manager now getting her feet under the table and getting the players she wants in. So it feels like it's going to be quite an exciting fixture between the two of you.
Yeah, I think it will be. Last season we had two really, really good games. The first one at Broadfield really comes to mind early in the season, very similar to this weekend. So we know the challenge that we face with Aston Villa. Very, very, very dangerous up front. Very aggressive without the ball. Very quite direct with it. So we know we need to be completely focused, but a lot of it we want to sort of try establish ourselves, get our rhythm going, and play our football as well.
That's great. Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Morning, Dario.
Morning, Carrie.
Obviously, Rach mentioned your recruitment this summer, and I guess all the eyes will be on Michelle coming back, and obviously is a superstar now. How have you found her settling back into camp and getting back to domestic action?
Look, really good. I think if we look at firstly, it's easy for her as she was here with us last season, so she has those friendships, has those already bonds that have been created, has the sort of knowing each other on the field and off the field. So I think it becomes a lot easier. And then, with the new signings as well. So she doesn't really feel like a new signing as she was with us last season. And, the growth that she's had from last season, from the Euros as well, what she done with the national team winning it. So she's come in very, very determined. She knows her ambitions are high for this season. She wants to continue, and we're going to help her as much as we can to progress and maximise her talent.
Fantastic. And obviously there's more attention on her now, I guess. And how does she cope with pressure? Obviously, we know how she does it at international level, but how about settling in with Brighton as well?
Look, I think she's a kid that just loves to play football. So I'll try to protect her as much as possible. So I will ask the media sometimes just to let her be, because she is young. But I understand the fascination and understand that everyone wants to see her and the excitement, because she is an excitement machine. When she plays, she's got that moment of magic. She's got that nose for goal, which she displayed last season, and also at the Euros in one of the biggest stages. So we're excited for her, but we know that she's still young, so she'll probably still face some ups and downs. She still needs to experience a lot of things, because I think this season will be a different talk now for opposition teams. So attention will be a lot closer to her. So it's again something that she'll need to learn to learn how to deal with it. But I've got no doubt that she'll be a very important player for us this season.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Emma?
Hi, Dario. Hope you're well. Just in terms of team news, is everyone fit and ready to go? Is there anyone missing out this opening weekend?
Look, we still have a couple that haven't trained with us yet. So yeah, which is the little bit frustration. So like Manuela and Maëlys, who are two new signings that unfortunately are still in the rehabbing process. So this weekend is a bit too early for them. And we've also got Aisha out. Am I forgetting anyone? I hope not. And so yeah, the rest we've been quite fortunate so far. Everyone's been okay. So we've still got Well, I've got some selection headaches to make today and over the next few days. So, everyone's pushing, everyone's raring to go, and, we'll still be very strong come Sunday.
Absolutely. Obviously, a lot of new players coming in, but a few have left as well, and quite a lot of experience, like Pauline Bremo, Vicky Lasada, Nikita Paris. How do you replace that sort of experience at WSL level? And do you think that you have enough in terms of that experience of WSL campaigners going into the new season?
Look, we know that there's going to be an adaptation period, especially for the new players that have come from abroad that haven't played in the WSL, to adapt, to learn, to get used to the conditions as well that we're faced with in England. Even this week, it's been raining and winds, so it's been again something that maybe for Carla hasn't been the most enjoyable coming from Spain. But I think we have lost a lot of experience, but we've got that sort of youthful exuberance now as well, with a bit of a younger squad. And, so I'll take that upon myself as well to help them, to guide them as a former professional footballer, to help them in moments where, where it might be tougher or whatever sort of obstacle presents itself. And we've still got some very good leaders within the team, even some that are young, that are natural leaders like Maisie, who's, experienced, have been there for a long time, even though she's still at a very young age. So, everyone's been good. They're all supportive. They understand their roles and responsibilities. So, I don't think that will be too much of an excuse for us.
Absolutely. And just one more on Villa. Obviously, they seem like a similar club to you in that they're an established mid-table WSL side, but with real sort of ambitions to push up and try and challenge that top four. So does this feel like a real acid test for you this season? You're going up against a side who are similar to you in a lot of ways. So it's a real test of where you stand going into this season.
Yeah, look, I think round one is always that. So it's always going to be a little bit of nerves and excitement and all these sort of different emotions that are wrapped into that first game, going into a little bit of the unexpected because you're not too sure what everyone's going to produce. So it's an exciting one. It's a fantastic challenge, but I don't think it's a make or break either way. We want to go out. We want to win, but the season won't be completed after round one, and the season definitely won't end after round one. So, we know what we need to do. We want to go out. We want to play well. We want to entertain our fans, and then in the end, we'll hope that the performance can take care of the result.
Thanks, Dario, and good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
Hi, Dario. Thanks for your time. I was listening to the fans forum this week, and I believe you said that sort of long-term, or maybe not long-term, but you have sort of top four aspirations. How do you bridge that gap? Because I think on the table it was maybe 15 points last season, so that's obviously a big hill to climb. But how do you go about doing it?
Look, I'm sort of probably in the fans forum I said as well. I'm not caught up in this top four. We want to go out, we want to win. So even from last season, the gap looked big. There were games like City at home. I thought, we deserved to win that game. So that sort of swings it there by, 6-ish points where we go 3, they go 3. There are other games as well. So, over the course of the season, you hope that it balances itself out. Not to say that, we were always unlucky in every game. There were some games potentially that where, we probably came out the winners when maybe a different result was the fairer way. But, I'm not too caught up in that we need to be in the top four. We need to do this. So we just it's a sort of boring one each week. We just respect the opponent that we play, and we just want to progress and get better ourselves. So our ambition, my ambition at least, is we want to try to be champions. We want to win all the trophies that are available because I think that's the reason why we play. That's the reason why it's a competition. That's the reason why there's 3 points at stake every single weekend. So we want to have that mentality that, every single game starting from this Sunday, that we're going in, we want to try to win, and at the end of the season, we'll see what we have achieved.
Thanks and best of luck.
Thank you.
Rachel, I know you have a quick question before you have to leave, so we'll come to you and then we'll go to Duncan after.
Appreciate it. Sorry, Duncan. Just one I wanted to ask on Maisie, what her reaction was to getting the captaincy. Must have been an exciting thing for her.
Yeah, it was. She was a little bit surprised, but, she's one that from very, very early, I remember last season when I came in, very quickly, I can't remember who I mentioned it to. I said, she's a future captain. She definitely has all those characteristics that will make her, and she already was, even without the armband, a great leader. So she's got the respect from the staff, her players. She's taken to the role. Fran and Yelena and Marissa will also help her a lot, and I know that all the other girls in the squad will too. So we spoke about it. The responsibility doesn't just fall on her. It definitely doesn't. So it's as a team. She helps everyone, and then everyone else helps her as well. So we want to try to develop as many leaders within the squad, and I think we're all really, really pleased for her, and I expect really, really big things from her this season as well.
That's great. Thank you. Thanks, Duncan.
Duncan, just whenever you're ready.
Hi, Dario.
Hi, Duncan.
Obviously, like it's been pointed out, we've kind of kicked off transfer deadline day, and I know obviously you've spoken about we're only going to add players who are kind of bringing something to the squad that we don't have already. So could you give us a sort of idea with Fuka Sonoda what it is that the club has identified with her, and what she can bring, and what perhaps her expected role is going to be this season?
Yeah, look, she was one that we sort of targeted or seen that I was told about from the club a couple of weeks ago. And obviously it takes a little while with the visa process and going to the panel. So even though it sort of all happened today, it's been in the works for a little while. And, she's a young, talented player, very technical, plays more in that defensive midfield role. So, she's one that we want to, give her time to settle in. She needs to learn the language, needs to learn English. She's got, 2 Japanese internationals that have all come from the same club. So, she's got a lot of support here. And, we're excited to see, how far we can bring her talent out. But I think she's definitely one that can also play a role and help us this season as well. So today I'll have my first chance to see her in training with the squad. And then, we'll do everything we can to try to get her up to speed as quickly as possible.
Perfect. And I guess in a similar vein, obviously, at the fans forum, we spoke about the fact that there are some really good prospects coming out of the academy. And I know obviously 4 players went out with the first team to Spain. Do you feel like those 4, any players that remain behind, could make an impact on the squad this season, especially, maybe if we're in cups for longer and we kind of need fresh legs and rotation? Do you see some of the players from the academy getting the opportunity to get some minutes?
Yeah, look, I think so, definitely. There is some exciting talents. There's some even really exciting ones that are even younger that will be coming through in the next few years. So looking down the production line, it does look really exciting. So we've got some good talents, and, they always have an opportunity. So we try to give them every chance that we can. And then in the end, it's up to each and every individual. So if they earn it, more than 100% they will play.